All right. Hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because today, oh my goodness, do I have an exciting video for you guys because today I want to take you through a goal of mine, a goal that I have kind of mapped out over the past year in which I've actually based my kind of Yieldmax investing strategy on. So what I want to talk about in this video is I want to talk about some new income markers I have set for all the positions within my portfolio. What we're going to do is we're going to go over the monthly dividends that they're all going to pay, the share goals that I have for each, and the cool thing is I'm actually relatively close to achieving these goals. There's only a couple different stocks and ETFs which I still have to build up my positions in, which I'll show you guys. I'll be extremely transparent. I'll show you exactly how much the investment needed and why really I might need a lot less than this just because I want to pick them up at better prices than what we currently have here. But I want to take you through everything, and in the end, we're going to see how much am I going to be earning in terms of my monthly income. So if that does sound good, we're currently up to 8,288 subscribers, 198 subscribers in the past 28 days. And I want to say thank you to everyone who has gone on and checked out our website for our honorable investing goal template tracker. As you can see, I'm going to show you guys kind of the sessions here. 88 people have gone on and checked on. We have 3 orders already. So I want to say thank you to everyone who's checking out our template and enjoying. If you guys don't know where to get it, you can find it in the link down below in the description of this video. There will be a link to the product, which is just the honorable investing goal tracker. It's what I'm using today. And then as well will be a link to the video, which will show you guys exactly how to use it. And of course, if you guys are also thinking about setting up an account with Questrade, I have a Questrade referral link down below. $50 for you, $50 for myself, if you use this referral link right down there and sign up for a Questrade account. Okay, now enough with all of that. I want to say thank you for sticking through. But what I want to talk about is what I want to achieve. My goal is to achieve roughly $4,895 in terms of income from my investments. And why am I doing this? It's because I originally had a goal to purchase this car. It's a 2017 Mercedes-Benz AMG GTS. Now I know it's kind of a lot, but this is just something to motivate me. Look, if I achieve this monthly income, will I buy this car? Likely not. But I think the freedom, the ability to be able to afford a beautiful car like this from your investments is a fantastic goal to have. And honestly, I'm not that far off. And we're going to go through that today. So what I want to start with is SPXL. SPXL, they pay a very minor dividend, 0.88%, so not even a percent. But what I want to do here just to kind of go over is I want to take their current share price of 158.91 and I want to multiply that by 0.0088. This is going to give me their dividend per kind of the year. We're going to divide this by 12 because we want to get their monthly dividend of 11. We're going to round this up to 12 cents. Okay. All right, and so what we're going to do here is we're going to put in our 12 cents if it will allow us. Boom, bada bing, we got it. Awesome. So in terms of our monthly income, we know we're getting a dividend of 12 cents. We have a share goal of SPXL of 500 shares. This is quite a bit. You can see here it's an $80,000 investment, but of course we'll be buying over time, so that's not our major worry. We have 500 shares. Boom. We're looking at a monthly income of about $60. It's nothing crazy. But where it gets crazy is when we move into all these Yieldmax ETFs. And I do have some long-term stocks and ETFs, which I want to also talk about in the future. So now we're going on to YMAX. Now, if we go here, I'm going to search out YMAX and get their last dividend, and we'll multiply this by 4. If I can do that here, maybe I can, maybe I can't. Boom. Yes, we get. Yes, we can. So we got 18 cents. 18 cents was our previous dividend, and using my calculator, I'm going to multiply it by 4 because YMAX roughly pays about 4 dividends per month. So we're looking at a dividend of about 72 cents per month. So now we go to our tracker, we type in 0.72, and I'm also going to do it for the next one because these are both Yieldmax ETFs right here. What we're going to do is the same formula multiplied by our share goal. So in our cash account, we have a share goal of roughly 1,000 Yieldmax shares. And currently, we're up to 965. So we are fairly close right there. So that's going to bring us about $720 in terms of monthly income. And what I want to do here is I just want to copy and paste, boom. And this is going to give us our next one, which is our margin account, which is $360 per month at 500 shares. We're currently at 405 shares. So about 95 left to go in one, 35 left to go in the other. So this is our total monthly income just off our first three positions. Now, let's move to our next one, which is XYZY. XYZY, I have 817 shares. I have already surpassed my goal of 750 shares. And I did that all using the goal tracker because I basically set a price that I want to buy at roughly $7. The price hit about $8, and that's where I bought a majority of my shares. It was great because I had a marker which I was like, okay, this is when I want to buy. Now, using that, let's see XYZY's monthly dividend. XYZY, boom, search this up. Awesome. The monthly dividend came in at 87 cents. So let's put that in right here. We go 0.87, awesome, times our shares. What we're going to do is just simply copy, paste, nice and easy. And that's going to give us $710 every single month. That's a very huge dividend, and I realized when I bought all those shares of XYZY how much monthly income that will actually bring in. It's pretty insane. It's pretty cool too. So the next one is PYPY. Let's go to our dividend here. We'll search up PYPY, and let's see what we're going to get. It's very exciting because you know what? What I'm going to do here as well is I want to do a little calculation, which is going to be equals sum in brackets and then everything. So I want to see how our monthly income is totaling up. Now we go to our dividend here. This is for PYPY. We're looking at 55 cents. Okay. 0.55. And as you can see, this is very simple to do. Boom. Click all those in. So we're looking at $211. So of course, using Yieldmax ETFs, you do get quite a bit of income. One thing you do have to mention is look at my overall percent returns. They are down, and that's because the dividend largely comes out of the share price. So that's why now that I'm receiving all this income, I'm now buying more long-term names such as SPXL or HP, CNDU.TO, which is a Canadian 2x leverage ETF. And then as well, I'll be buying SCHD. So my next one, not to kind of skip through, but we have BABO. BABO, BABO. And I hope this is kind of interesting. It shows you guys, okay, how much I'm kind of receiving and where you can kind of use that money and put that cash flow. So the last dividend paid out was about 99.98. So I'm going to round this up to $1. It's going to be a fairly simple calculation. We got $1, boom, and we got equals $300 from BABO. So you could see here, owning just even like what I own for Yieldmax ETFs, we're looking at 300 shares of BABO, 384 shares of PYPY. I understand they're pretty decent investments, but they're paying out pretty good monthly income. And here's the thing, if you ever get stuck or you're in a pickle, you can take this monthly income out of your portfolio and have it pay for your lifestyle. This was the backbone that I wanted in terms of my investing, and then as well just for my overall lifestyle. Now HIT does not pay a dividend, so we are going to put this as 0. I listed everything in there, and I want to get about 500 shares of HIT. HIT is just basically, it's kind of like a penny stock. It's a healthcare company. I personally like what they're doing. They're profitable, and they're a small cap company, which I think can grow. That's why I have them. Not saying that anyone should buy them, but just kind of telling you why I have them. So next we have CONY, CONY, boom, CONY. Let's see how much they paid for a dividend. 73 cents. 73 cents. Let's pop her in there. 0.73. Boom. I have 261 shares, but this is my share goal, 350 shares. So you'll notice I don't have 350 shares of CONY. It's my share goal. I'm roughly about 89 shares down on that position, which is easily shown right over here, for example. But as you can see, this is our goal. We're fairly close, and so let's add these bad boys up. We're going to go equals, multiply those two together. We're gonna get $255 from CONY every single month. That is awesome. I love it. MSTY, rolling on to the next. Rolling on like a rolling pin. All right, we have $1.47, which is kind of like a basic dividend from MSTY. I have a income goal, sorry, not an income goal, but a share goal of 275 shares. I'm currently up to 100 shares on MSTY. So I still have room left to grow, but we're looking at $404 in terms of monthly income. And by the way, these were not random targets that I chose for all these Yieldmax ETFs. These are basically based off, okay, how many shares do I currently have? How many shares do I want to own? And how many shares will it take to get me to roughly about this $4,900 in terms of monthly income? Now, moving to the next, we have NVDY. NVDY, boom, boom, boom. Let's see what we get. NVDY is paying out a dividend of $1.62, a pretty big dividend. So let's put that in here, 1.62, awesome. And we're going to put equals, boom. So we have $202 right there. That is very fair off of 125 shares. We move to our next one, HP. HP is interesting because Helmerich & Payne is a new company which I've purchased, and they are a long-term payer. Their dividend yield is not huge. It's at 5.5%. I think my dividend yield is closer to about 6%. But when we're looking at their last dividend, it was 25 cents. What we're going to do is we're going to go 25 cents times 4 is $1, and we're going to divide that by 12 to get our monthly income, which is going to be 8.3 cents. So let's see what we get here. 0.083, awesome. And we're going to accumulate 500 shares. That's my goal, which is roughly about $41.50 every single month. So not too crazy. CNDU does not pay a dividend, so we are not going to include it in there at all. What we'll do is we kind of mix that around. Boom, boom, boom. Awesome. Okay. MSFO, our last Yieldmax ETF for the day. And let's see what we have here. MSFO. This is one position which I picked up a couple shares. I'm not necessarily huge on this position. Pays about a 55-cent dividend here. We're going to put that in 0.55. Awesome. See how much monthly income that brings. And this is kind of getting to the exciting part where we really see, okay, what's our total? And then how much are we accumulating? Now we have QDTE. QDTE pay. I have a super small dividend in this. I don't want to really accumulate any more shares within this. I have 10 shares, and that's all I really want. So we're looking at a dividend. This actually pays a weekly dividend, believe it or not, which is kind of cool. You can see that right here. We're going to do 14 cents times 4. 14. Whoops. We go 0.145 times 4. Boom. We're speeding through 58 cents every single month. So we're going to do that right here. 0.58. And we got it times 10. So that's roughly about $5.08. I don't really need to go any more on QDTE. I have more than enough Yieldmax ETFs and my goal targets there. So that's all I need from that. We have SCHD, which is going to be the final SCHD, the final dividend for this tracker. So we're looking at 24 cents, roughly 25 cents. We're going to put 25 cents in right here, 0.25. And you'll notice that a lot of these dividends actually fluctuate too. So if you're a holder of Yieldmax ETFs, they're not going to be the same every month. In some cases, that's kind of cool because you could potentially earn a lot more income in other months, but as well, it's a little bit unstable. So if you're in this position and you're looking to potentially live off of or use this to supplement your lifestyle, you want to make sure you're making way more than you potentially need. Now, let's see exactly what we get from 500 shares, and we are going to receive $125 every single month. So all in all, we are receiving $3,424 every single month. I'm going to just put this marker here of our exchange rate from Canadian to US dollars. I want to do this number here, our $3,424.04 as our monthly US income multiplied by our exchange rate of roughly 1.38 from American to Canadian. And you can see we just fall short of our goal because our yearly expenses, I have everything here, roughly are $53,000 for our car, our insurance roughly about $11,000, and I know it seems kind of high, but this is pretty much on the basis of a supercar, so I wanted to kind of put everything a little bit higher than it needs to be. New tires, we budgeted for roughly about $1,700. Finance payment, because you know what, I'm not going to be paying the full payment. Roughly, this is the finance. This is how can I afford this right away, and this is using our monthly income. The finance payment for this worked out to be roughly about $34,000 $4,893, and our monthly expenses, the big number, $4,877. So as you can see here, we're roughly a little bit short on our monthly expenses by $100. But you know what? Nonetheless, if I was able to accumulate all of these shares within each of these individual stocks, Yieldmax ETFs, and ETFs, then I'd be able to potentially afford this finance payment. And of course, some dividends are weighted higher than others. I believe SCHD is weighted the highest just due to the fact that it's a very stable long-term dividend ETF. It's a little bit more stable than, of course, our Yieldmax ETFs. We also have HP. HP is a fantastic long-term business, so this dividend definitely is a lot stronger than a lot of the Yieldmax ETFs. And I understand that Yieldmax ETFs, they fluctuate quite a bit. But this is just the basis to start now my long-term dividend investing journey, and I'm very happy the route that I chose and the income that I'm now generating. And of course, we're going to hopefully have that to propel our portfolio going forward. But one cool thing that we have to continue to do here is to see, okay, how much are we earning in terms of monthly not monthly income, but how much will this total investment cost? And this is the number that is likely to scare you guys, but don't let this scare you, because you're going to be able to pick up these shares at much better prices than what we currently have. So just kind of going off of everything here, I'm going to quickly copy and paste these values in. So you're going to see this marker jump up super fast. Boom, 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 boom. We're saying way too many booms right here, but we're going through. Awesome. So $167,000. This in turn might scare you, might intimidate you. SCHD is a pretty big marker in that. We have SPXL, a pretty big marker. But a lot of these ones we've already accumulated. And so now it's just funneling a lot of the cash flow into these other investments, building those up, and then achieving this marker. Roughly, look at that. That's roughly about $100,000 more than our current portfolio value. Yet, I still know it's possible. I still know we're going to do it. We're going to get there with our goal tracker. We're going to get there with the monthly income that we have generated from our portfolio, and we'll continue to generate, and we are going to continue to build and grow this every single month. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video where we went over kind of my goals, how I will be using my monthly income to potentially purchase a very nice, very beautiful car. This is our goal here. Not necessarily saying we have to do it, but it's our goal. I hope you guys enjoyed using our tracker with me today and everything like that. We went through 14 or 15 different stocks, so it was a little bit of a longer video today, but I hope you guys enjoyed seeing, okay, what kind of income will they produce, why it's important to set goals, know exactly how much the expenses will be for your goals, and then how much you will need to accumulate with your dividends. And you can use anything. You don't have to use Yieldmax ETFs. You can use long-term stocks and long-term ETFs. I think those are awesome as well. And that's what we're going to do. So if you guys did enjoy this video, you guys know what to do. Subscribe. And I really hope to see you guys in the next video. Please do take care. Only till next time.